you I was going to talk about this after the draft. The Lions are banking on health going into the 2025 season. They banking on if we were healthy last year, we would have won the Super Bowl. And Brad Holmes said that before they drafted that Egyptian pass rusher. He said that. You guys wouldn't be asking me about a pass rusher if he was healthy last year. I mean, yeah, we would have. Outside of Aiden Hutchinson, he still didn't have no help. Davenport wasn't that good. Lee McNeil, he's solid, but nobody categorized him as a pass rusher. Pascal don't get sacks. And maybe if they play Anzarike at his true, defensive tackle position, maybe that may make some things happen. But in reality, I just don't agree with that. And you can't bank on us being healthy this year as a form of improvement in the offseason. It just don't work that way. Davenport historically has always been injured. Lee McNeil is coming off an ACL injury. Probably not going to give you much next year being that heavy. He may not be himself or close to himself until the 2026 season. So when we start having these conversations, about health, yeah, we get Barnes back. Okay, that'll be a plus. Reader came in with another torn quad, but it doesn't mean if we come back healthy, we're going to stay healthy, and it doesn't mean that another year we would have been better. That's not the case. There were pass rush concerns, especially with helping Aiden Hutchinson out before the injuries. And it's just like pulling teeth. It's like they refuse to go out there and give them help. But to me, the whole thing is banking on injuries and not improving the roster. When you got Jared Goff at the quarterback, you have to continue to improve. And it's just like they're taking the frugal route. I understand not going out there and getting splash free agents. If anybody understands it, I understand it. But what they're banking on is self-improvement, health and self-improvement. Like last year, they was talking about how they was counting on Antoine Green to make this massive step and be the next receiver. It never happened. They cut him. They're banking on Jameson Williams to take another step next year. They banking on Laporta to take another step. They banking on Gibbs and Montgomery to take another step. But at some point, you have to add the extra oomph. Ask Philadelphia. They had a Saquon Barkley, it changed everything. Ask anybody, they wouldn't have won the Super Bowl without Saquon Barkley. You have to add that extra oomph, and the Lions, they don't want to add it. Whether it was going to get Trey Hendrickson, whether it was, drafting Mike Green, whatever his name was, whether it was moving up a few spots, or it was acquiring anybody. It just wasn't what they wanted to do. They're going to always forever take the frugal route. And there's no frugal route to the Super Bowl. Kansas City, they had to spin. Patrick Mahomes is a truly special guy. But they have to continue to surround Jared Goff with talent. They needed another receiver that was going to be impactful right away. They did. They needed another receiver that was going to be impactful right away. They needed another pass rusher. They didn't get that. But what they did do was they continued to secure the guard position. They continue to secure the guard position. That's what they did. They continued to secure the guard position. I'm mad at it. But they're banking on health and self-improvement. And in my opinion, that's not the way to this lady tripping behind me. She don't know where she going. She don't know where she going. And I got this big ass dump truck in front of me. That's all the truck drivers. Y'all better men than me, women than me. But yeah, it's the frugal route. They're going to continue to be frugal. But I do like that they're paying their people and all that type of stuff, but they're going to continue to be a frugal franchise. He said, you only asked me about an air trusher because we weren't healthy. That's not the fucking point. We're asking it because it's something that you neglected since you've been here. It's like you back to Aiden Hudson. You're like, well, put the team on your back. Like, damn, can he get a PIC, a partner in crime? Jesus Christ. Y'all take another defensive tackle, a big fella. It is what it is. But goddamn, you drafted Broderick Martin. You drafted Mekhi Wingo. You brought in Levi Onwuzurike. You drafted Aleem McNeil. You brought in DJ Reader. Like, fuck, you've been filling that position for quite some time. If you might love a guy, but we might not love. We love a guy. We love art. I just be looking the way they be talking. I'm like, man, I don't know. But we have no other opportunity but to trust the passion. But this organization will continue to be cheap and frugal. No matter how much money they got for years, they dragged in a bunch of money being sorry. They make a bunch of money. They still don't want to spend a bunch of money. That's one thing I appreciate about Tom Gores. We gonna hit the summer, and a lot of people gonna want Devin Booker. The thing about Tom Gores, he'll will that shit to happen. He'll go to Matt Ashiba and be like, what you want for Book? He'll make it happen. He'll make some shit under the table happen, and he'll make a lot happen for them on top of the table. That's one thing I fuck with Tom Gores. He'll spend that cash. He'll spend that cash on that ass. That's what I like about him. He will spend that cash. He will spend it. He will spend it. So that's one thing I really do like about him. But, that's all I had to say, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop videos. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. It's the first link in the description. You can follow me everywhere. Peace.